Hi everybody. All right, we're on the next video with the get started. I'm going to circle back just a little bit because as I was explaining some of the resources and it realized that there are a couple things you can do to get started with some of our other resources that I briefly mentioned in the second video, I think it was. And that was kind of when I went over everything we have. Now, one of the easiest and kind of exciting way to do this is we are on 4 social media sites. So we post 4 times a day to each of these sites. The idea being is we want to keep you engaged and we want to keep you motivated. So we're going to put out information about our products. We're going to put out motivation to remind you you can be a warrior. You can triumph over those challenges. So one of the things is we are on Facebook, we are on LinkedIn, we are also on Threads, and we're on Instagram. So with those 4 sites, posting 4 times a day, if you want to follow us and you want to keep a sneak peek into what's going on with the Warrior, but also keep that motivation going, that's a perfect way to get started. And pick your favorite site. Again, we tried to pick a wide variety, not a beret. I'm not wearing a funny hat. We tried to pick a variety. And again, I didn't edit that out. I just want to talk to you real quick about that. I didn't edit that out because I believe, and I want to show you, this is how comfortable I've gotten today in talking to you guys and talking to people. This is not the Bruce of the past with generalized anxiety disorder, social anxiety disorder in charge. He was down the hall. He wouldn't be on the screen right now. He'd be in another state. But he's talking to you now. When I mess up, I have my warrior tools. I realize I didn't just end the world. I didn't just cause a big problem. And I certainly didn't fail. I made a mistake. And we will make mistakes. Now, that's an important part of the program. It's kind of funny we segued into it, but it's important to know that this program is about progress, not perfection. It's about it's okay to fail on your journey because that's how we learn. I will tell you at the beginning, since we're talking about getting started for you, I will let you know when I started this, I failed many days. I failed a lot of times in trying to use the tools and apply them because they were new, they were uncomfortable, and frankly, my emotions were a mystery to me. It's okay because every time you fail, you learn something. You may have learned this is not the right tool for me. You may have learned I failed and it's okay. It's that simple, which in the past, I didn't know that lesson. And most importantly, you learn that's how we build and find what works for us and how we grow. Because as we learn to handle things, as we learn to handle our emotions and handle our lives and start to triumph over our challenges, we're going to keep moving up and take on new challenges because we're going to try new things that we had put off because our challenges were holding us back. Or we're going to try a new activity. We're going to even try things like talking to groups of people, which was a big thing for somebody with, again, GAD and social anxiety. And so as we learn, we're going to get more challenges thrown in front of us by life or by ourselves. That's a good thing because we're going to continue to grow as a warrior. We're going to continue to build on the lessons we learn. So I don't want you to fear failure. Now, I know I went off tangent there, but remember, let's circle all the way back. We were talking about we're on 4 different social media sites. You'll see them on the website, but follow us on those. It's a great, exciting way to see what we're doing each day, get some motivation, and keep you informed of things like the blog because we're putting up a new blog every day so that you guys always have tools and ideas for your warrior tool belt. Now, the other thing I mentioned was on Fridays, we do a recap. And so what you can do is, again, through the website, you'll see you can sign up for the recap. Shows up in your inbox every Friday. No spam, no junk. This is motivation and a mental health reset, if you will. It's that pause we're going to take at the end of the week, see what the Warrior programs put out there, and give you some motivation. And I planned this for Fridays because we have the whole weekend. A lot of times the week has been moving along and all of a sudden we're hit with the weekend. We have a book on that, by the way, but we also have the recap to help you get excited about what you can do. So as I mentioned, it starts with a warrior poem. It goes over the blogs that were up the last week to keep you informed. And it gives you Marvin, the Mental Health Warrior Cat's tool, thought of the day, but a tool that you can use to help you take action on your mental health, as well as showing you a few other resources in the program each week. The idea is this is something you can just scan through quickly, get some enjoyment out of it, and get some motivation. So you could sign up for that also. Those two things are fantastic ways to get started, as well as then using the blogs, as well as then listening to any of the other videos we have up, whether it be on the podcast or whether it be in the interviews or anything else we create. Those resources are also a great way to get started. But I like to just call out the social media. I like to call out the recap as two powerful ways to start taking action each day. And this way we all stay on the same page. You can stay informed. We can all keep going together as the warrior journey because we're all in this together. And don't forget that last lesson I snuck in there, but the idea was let's not fear failures. Eventually, they will teach us what we need to know to triumph. And eventually, while they are painful lessons, we certainly don't forget them. And I will never forget when my challenges were in control, what my life was, and the way I had no control over it, the way it just blossomed every day with my challenges telling me what to do. No longer does that happen. I'm in charge. Today, you can be in charge. Today, we can manage the emotions. Today, we can face any challenge life throws our way, because life likes to do that. Throw a new challenge in, we can handle it. And then ultimately, we can build that life you've always really wanted, where you can take it in any direction, any way you want, because you have built the warrior foundation there. So that's my exciting part, to get you started a little bit back to some of the free tools, but I thought it was important because those two are fun, exciting, and they're pretty easy to start with. Thanks for listening to me. We're going to keep going on the Get Started page. Thanks for staying with me, and get excited to keep going on your warrior journey. Talk to you in a minute. Bye.